So here I am in my car. I literally had to pull over and tell you guys this because I couldn't stop the ideas that were streaming in my head, and I thought that y'all needed to know. I was thinking about David and how I normally listen to his video cast on the way home, but he doesn't have a new video right now, so nuts to me. But it got me thinking about his favorite show, Enterprise. And David, I really don't know why Enterprise is your favorite show, but anyway, it got me thinking about Ensign Hoshi Sato. Now, I start school again in about 3 weeks. And most of you don't know that I had to repeat my fieldwork course because I didn't learn enough about the social aspects of what it means to be working in a professional environment. That being said, I overcame that. I retook the class, and it's not because I wasn't academically, capable of doing the stuff that the course required. It was literally just the social aspects that held me back because of my Asperger's and my autism. But I overcame that, and I took the class again, and I didn't fail the second time, and I had much more support because I didn't make the mistake of not telling my cooperating teacher that I have Asperger's, and it was working out fine, and it worked out fine, and I overcame that. It made me think of Hoshi because originally she was not even in Starfleet. She was going to be not posted on a ship because she was teaching in Brazil. And the captain made her come. And she came because, well, she had an affinity for languages, which I do too, which is why I relate to her. But she, at some point, wanted to leave this ship. She wanted to leave and go back because she was afraid she couldn't hack it. And she overcame that. She found a way to adapt. And that is what I have been doing in this teaching program, is adapting to make sure that I can learn everything I need to learn about being social so that I can be a teacher one day, because that is so important to me right now, to have a real job where I can make an amount of money that's enough for me to live my own life so that my parents can move on with theirs. Not that they want to really, but I'm sure they're kind of tired of having me in the house after 30 years. Anyway, one of my favorite quotes from Hoshi is, the difference in one word could be take my hand or take my life. From when she was answering a question for a elementary school class, and they're going to send a message back, and she said that one word could be the difference between take my hand and take my life. I don't know why I always think of that, but that is one of my favorite quotes by her. It's entirely true, and I think about it every time that I speak another language, that you have to be clear in what you're saying, because the difference in one word could be take my hand and take my life. And I think that kind of relates to how people with autism speak, because we have to think about every single word before we say it, since half the time we say something that's offensive, or I've had to learn to think and process before I say anything. And after Jerry Ryan's video from Star Trek Con in Las Vegas, it made me think about any other characters that might be helpful to people with autism to help them learn and grow, because of the fact that even her son has Asperger's. And I love Seven. Seven is my personal hero, 7 of 9. And she helped me become a better person and a more capable person in society, because of the fact that I learned from her that I can learn to behavior modify and be more normal, as it were. But I mean, things like those experiences change you. I learned that, and because I changed my life around, I've become a completely different person than I would have been had I not seen Voyager, had I not gotten into Star Trek in the first place. Furthermore, not only was I thinking about Hoshi, but I was thinking about Harry Kim from Voyager. Just to go back to him, since I saw him on the panel, and I was looking at him like, oh my god, I remember Harry. And I do remember this one episode where he fell in love with an alien girl, and that girl ended up giving him some sort of, I want to say like chemical connection so that he actually knows what love feels like, and having this like passionate love towards other people that you literally feel sick when you leave that person. I gotta say, I know that people think that people with autism don't feel, or that we're emotionless, but I'm here to tell everyone that that is definitely not true. I mean, it took me 27 years to know what love really meant. But 3 years ago, when my littlest nephew was born, I felt the most fiercest passion that I've ever felt in my life. And I learned what it means to love someone so much that you literally just don't want to ever leave. That you want to hold them until always. I never got a chance to really find that bond with my older nephew and my older niece because I wasn't around when they were babies. And I wasn't there to watch them grow up and turn into little people. But man, I just fell in love with that little man. And I really didn't know what love meant until the day that he was born. And that doesn't mean that I don't love my family and that I haven't loved them for the past 27 years. But I definitely didn't ever feel that chemical connection that Harry felt with that alien woman, where I literally hurt when I leave his house, when I say goodnight to him and I can't be around him anymore. It literally breaks my heart. And now I know what to expect from other people. I now know what real love feels like, and not maybe what I used to think love was or thought love could be. Anyway, I'm still in my work clothes, probably covered in sand, because I haven't even gone home and showered yet, because I felt the need and desire to do this video immediately. And I'm gonna sign off because I need to go shower at my house, and I need to go home, and I need to get the last and final piece to my Star Trek surprise for you guys on Sunday. I didn't tell you that earlier, but I will have a very interesting surprise. I have a memoriam wall for Star Trek characters that I've kind of fallen in love with, where the people who played them passed away, like Leonard Nimoy and like Anton Yelchin, because as you all know, I loved him as Chekhov, and I don't know what they're gonna do without him. But I have a wall dedicated to the people of Star Trek that are no longer going to be in the shows and movies because of the fact that the actor who played them passed away. And I have a surprise on the Leonard Nimoy front that I will show you guys on Sunday. Anyway, I must go and buy the frame, so I will see you guys on Sunday or Saturday, depending where I am. And have a great week.